Hello everyone and welcome to the McGonagall Boxing Podcast. This is our first video vlog. We normally do the audio, so bear with me. We're going to keep getting better and better with our audio, I promise you. But obviously we'll keep upgrading our camera work as well. But today is our first one, so fingers crossed it goes alright. Let's get straight down to it. Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, you know where to check us out. Warrington Lara is the big fight tonight going down on DAZN, Sky Sports, the featherweight division. Yes, Warrington has relinquished his IBF title, so he needs to make a statement if he wants to attract the big guns in the division like Gary Russell Jr. He wants Shakur Stevenson as well, who's moved up. To entice these fighters, these big names in America. At the moment, he's unknown in America. He's got a massive UK following, especially in Leeds, but he's not big in the States. That's not Warrington's fault. He hasn't had the promotion behind him. He hasn't had the network. He's now got DAZN, which is global. He's now got Eddie Hearn, who's brilliant, stateside and UK side. He can make it happen, but it starts tonight. He needs a big performance. So who he's fighting? Well, he's fighting Lara, and it goes, look, this is his opponent. So as you can see, this is a fight from a few years back, but his style hasn't changed. He likes to tear up Lara, but he's quite flat-footed. He's not a slick boxer. He's not going to be like a Kid Galahad who's awkward and tries to evade your punches and counter you. He's there to be hit. He's got a nice body shot though, deep inside. So he's almost like a dirty boxer. He gets inside, he mauls you, he leans on you, and then he got that left hook. He's a southpaw, but a lot of times to the body, he does all his damage. Very rarely throws the right hand. When he does, it's normally a looping over right, which can be countered. I expect Warrington to counter that tonight. But as you can see, he's there in the pocket. He can get hit. But the body shot, he likes the body shot. Typical Mexican, Chavez, Canelo, Barrera style. So Warrington's got to be ready for that. I think he will have done his homework. I think he's going to have a tight guard. Warrington's obviously got a tight guard all round. So I don't expect Lara to hurt him too much to the body. But he's got to be careful of that, because it's a nice shot from Lara and he comes up top every now and again with the uppercut. But the problem you've got is, look, he gets hit, he's not got great power, he's not got great hand speed, he's not got great foot speed. And that's going to be a big problem tonight when you try and go toe-to-toe with the elite. Another issue that Lara's got, if you go back, is look at his record. So, yeah, he got knocked out a few years ago, but listen, he was, what, 19 then, so he's won like 8 on the bout, or 10 on the bouts, or whatever. But look at his names. He hasn't fought anyone of note, has he? These guys are not elite. And when you come up against Warrington, especially in his home country, you're going to be like a deer in headlights. He's not going to know what's going to hit him. There's levels to his boxing game, and unfortunately at the moment, Lara, being just 22, hasn't got the experience or the skill set to deal with anyone like Warrington. And this is the problem you've got, because look, this is Frampton, two-weight world champion. In his prime 2 years ago, one of the best in the division, and look how Warrington overwhelms him in a firefight. Frampton decided to go toe-to-toe, which I was surprised. I thought that was madness. And when you go toe-to-toe with someone with Warrington, he's got the hand speed, he's got good defence, he's got relentless cardio, and he's got total self-belief. He backs himself in a fight, doesn't he? When you go toe-to-toe with Warrington, you're in big trouble. There's not many people can keep up with him. His hand speed and his stamina. Look, he comes forward, he's got a tight guard. He's not like Mauricio, who's all over the place. He leans in tight and he comes and he throws. And what he does, look, he goes to the body as well, he goes to the head, so he's got a good variety. A bit like Lara, but he really mauls you. Constant attacks. And what he wants to do, this is his plan, he'll beat you up in the inside until eventually, look, he gets you to the ropes. And when he gets you to the ropes, and credit to Frampton, by the way, he showed great heart in his fight, but he just got overwhelmed. But look, he gets you to the ropes and he just beats you up. From there, that's not where you want to be. And I think Lara will be there. He'll be so beaten up and pressurised that he'll try to take a breather on the ropes. And as soon as he does that, then Warrington's going to maul him. I think he's going to stop him. And I think this fight does not go 6 rounds. I think Lara's going to try and go toe-to-toe. He says he's going to do it for Mexico, the Mexican spirit. That is not how you beat Warrington. You need a slick boxer like a Shakur Stevenson to really, and almost like a Kid Galahad, to frustrate and box. Quick foot, do not engage in a firefight with Warrington, because if you do, with his iron chin, his fantastic hand speed, fantastic work rate, you're going to come off second best, and that's what I expect tonight. Great fight this, Warrington, Warrington. Well worth watching if you get a chance. Just finally, boxing news. We've got, it looks like Josh Kelly, Conor Benn later in the year, as long as Josh Kelly gets past David Aszian next weekend. Not gimme that fight at all. If Josh Kelly turns up showboating, he'll lose. He needs to fight for every second of every round. If he does that, listen to Adam Booth's instructions, he should get through with a point to win, which is a brilliant fight with Conor Benn at the end of the year. Haney's called out Lopez. I'd like to see that. Well, I want to see the rematch with Lomachenko first with Lopez. And what else? Andy Ruiz, yeah, he's lean. We've seen all this, haven't we? He has been out in the ring for 2 years though. I know he's in Camp Canelo now, but he needs to get back in the ring before I make any statements or judgments with him. And Wilder, Breland still goes on, doesn't it? I totally agree with ex-trainer Mark Breland. The excuses Wilder's making are embarrassing. He needs to accept that he needs to make changes with his defence. He needs to learn how to make head movement. He learns how to fight when someone puts it on him, puts the pressure on him, leans back. He had no idea against Fury. He's used to being a bully in there. Until he tightens up his defence, until he spars with young heavyweights, big strong heavyweights who put it on him, then he's not going to get any better. Time's running out for him, so he needs to act. If he doesn't act within the next 6 months, for me, he's done. He needs a tune-up fight, and he needs to get straight back in there. But he needs to accept, he needs to make changes, stop these crazy excuses. Wilder, I totally agree with you, Mark Breland. Alright, so that's pretty much the boxing news this week. I'll be watching tonight, Josh Warrington, KO Lara. There's a reason why Warrington is 30-0. You'll see tonight, very much in his prime. I think he stops Lara within 6 rounds at the Wembley Arena. Time to put on a show. Warrington, we wish you luck on Sky Sports and DAZN. Alright guys, check me out again, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and I'll see you next week for a post-fight review. Alright guys, thanks, bye.